All right, here's a quick recap of the trade I took today on IWM. Overall, the market was kind of iffy. I still can't really place a finger on it. QQQ is pretty much just kind of trading sideways. SPY is about the same. I mean, there might be some smaller moves in there that you can scout, but overall, it's not like it's a ranging day. It's not going to the upside or the downside. It's mostly consolidated. So I wound up actually finding a position on IWM. IWM was trending downward for the most part through most of the morning up until we came up to this level that I have drawn up right here. So this level stems back a couple of days ago, right here. So I've seen this before. I don't know how to explain it too good. But my thing is on previous days where you have a previous day where it just kind of ranged to the upside and continued. You have an area, a swing low that just kind of, to me, in my eyes, it kind of leaves a bit of liquidity right here. So you have a bit of a demand zone that should stand as a level to be tested later on. So as we approached that area, I noticed that we did have kind of a surge of volume coming in. That led me to believe that there were definitely buyers buying up the liquidity at this level. So that kind of caught my eye to begin with. So I started watching IWM at that point in time. I wasn't too sure if it was going to be just a V-shaped reversal or if it was going to kind of consolidate and retest again or what. So I just stayed patient on this one. And about that time is when I saw this hammer candle forming with a lot of volume that stepped in. And about that time that I saw it, this candle had already opened and formed. So I had happened to have, I think I already had 241 call contracts queued up. About the time that I entered the trade, this candle started to shoot up. So it was kind of a late entry, or it was a late entry, I'll say that. And could have been better. But overall, I wound up entering here. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, so you can see me kind of pointing it out and just kind of waiting. So this candle opens up. I have 5 contracts already queued up. And about the time that candle starts to shoot up, I get an entry. Like I said, could have been better, but it would have just been a few cents worth. So I see a couple of these candles playing out, but the reason why I stayed in this trade is because I was watching QQQ and I noticed QQQ was breaking out to the upside as well. So to me, there was strength behind this one. And the fact that IWM kind of popped to the upside when QQQ and SPY did, I felt like there was more strength to be had with IWM as well, more continuation to the upside. But I stayed in it. As long as it was above this 13 EMA, I was going to stay in it. And at this point in time, with it pushing to the upside, my idea was it was at least going to get to the 48 EMA. So I stayed in this trade. Right about here, I noticed too that QQQ was starting to kind of pull back a little bit. You saw this wick starting to form on the upside. So I really wanted to focus on getting out of the IWM trade that I was in. And you can see right there, I go ahead and get out of my trades as it approaches a 48 EMA. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got out in the nick of time too, because about that time, I think that was the high of that candle. After that, it wound up pulling back, and we can see here that the rest of the day, IWM is pretty much coming down. So I wound up exiting almost near the top of that candle. So there's times too, I always kind of think about that. The fact that I think overall, I didn't know if it was going to continue if it was going to be a reversal by any stretch, only because we're trending downward most of the day. I went ahead and just took profit. And like I said, I think that QQQ candle kind of spooked me too for good reason. I mean, like I said, it got me out of a trade in profit only for the market to pull back on it. So it would have gone really red against me. I'd have been stopped out from taking a loss on it. So I don't know. There's times where I feel like I get out of a trade and it just happened to be a good thing that I got out. So overall, end of the day green on that one. Pretty happy with that trade. That gets me close to making up for the one red day I had a couple days ago.